She wasn't nice. I mean, the bottom line was she was not a nice person when she moved here.
My first memories of Carol were of a lady who seemed rather happy, was pretty smiley in my first meeting with her, very happy to meet me. However, working with Carol, I quickly recognized that Carol was somebody who had a tremendous amount of need.
She wasn't kind. She didn't like the other people that lived in the house, and that was hard. It was all about Carol. Me, 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 me. And if she didn't get her own way, right then, right there, regardless of what was going on, regardless of who needed support and guidance, if she did not get what she wanted, then she acted out.
The Carol of 1995, 96 was somebody who, at the very moment that something didn't go in a manner that she felt it should, could very quickly escalate to being assaultive towards staff and peers, to being self-injurious, to being destructive towards property. And that could happen on several times a day. That could happen.
And she acted out viciously. I mean, she kicked, she spit. She would dig you, she would bite you. She would call you upstairs, and until we caught on to what that meant, you got it when you got upstairs. There was a smack waiting for you at the top, or you could be working side by side with her and think things were going fine, and all of a sudden she's hitting you, and you're walking around going, whoa, what just happened? And you really had to think hard about, did I say something? Was it the tone I used? Was it the sentence I used? Is she just having a moment that her coping skills aren't what they need to be?
In the beginning, it was very common for Carol to practically have a staff member glued to her side. That individual was mostly responsible for Carol throughout their day. She would, at times, even with that individual right there providing constant praise and reinforcement, still get frustrated over feeling that she wasn't receiving enough either praise or enough of staff's attention.
You walked on eggshells from the time she rolled out of bed in the morning until you tucked her in at night. You walked on eggshells because you just never knew what was going to happen. I mean, I look back at it now, she was testing. She needed to know, are you people in this for the long haul? Or are you just going to send me out and send me away? She had to push. She had to know that we really were in it. And we meant it. That when we said, we care about you and we want the best for you, that we really meant that. And that took a long, long time.
Carol's situation before she came to us was that she'd spent a majority of her life in an institution. She had had several different community placings over the years. She never remained in a placement longer than 90 days prior to coming to live at Arc, Delaware County. She had very few interests. She was not open much at all to new things. She was very specific about what she wanted to do, and she had a couple ritualistic behaviors that she exhibited. And if we stepped outside of that schedule of things, Carol again would often become very volatile. And as we were learning in the beginning, Carol had this very specific schedule that we weren't necessarily aware of.
This just goes on there. Right here.
It is very hard for me to think of what she was like back then. And living the majority of her life in an institution where you shared a room whether you wanted to or not. You probably shared items whether you wanted to or not. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner was on staff terms. Carol had no control over any of that aspect of her life.
I often think Carol learned some of these maladaptive behaviors as a means in her own way to survive, to stand out from the crowd and to have her needs met.
We gave her a tremendous amount of attention, a tremendous amount. It must have felt very overwhelming to her to come into our environment where, what would you like for breakfast this morning? Something that simple may have been just too overwhelming for her to even, that's too many choices. You need to narrow that down.
What day is it?
Today's Sunday.
Easter.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
You know, it sounds so cliche to say, but it starts with the simplest thing of genuinely caring, and everybody says they care, but obviously proof can be in the pudding.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think you need to go ask Rob if he can help you with your money.
I have to get my purse.
All right, sounds good to me. For me, so much of the caring that we exhibit initially is a lot about also building the trust. And it's been my experience that the folks we serve, that they pick up on that immediately. They really realize when you're genuine.
What do you think about a heart?
Yeah, I like that.
We'll give you a couple different decals.
So nice.
Which finger do you want this one on? This one?
Mm-hmm.
We gave her the tools through building relationships, lots of, love. We gave her unconditional love. No matter what she did, we were right there again to support her. Without that, she'd still be living in an institution, being taken down, having her every move controlled. She wouldn't be able to make her own decisions and choices. She wouldn't have grown as a human being.
How are you doing today?
I had a good day.
Well, that's great. Tell me all about it. What'd you do?
I went for walking.
Oh, you're doing your walking? That's awesome.
And I did a puzzle.
What kind of puzzle?
Fish puzzle.
A fish puzzle? Did you do the whole thing?
I did some of it.
You did some of it. Are you saving
I
it?
had coffee. I got a letter from my social worker.
You got a letter today? Did you bring it home with you?
Yeah.
Did you want some help reading it?
Yes, please.
So you had a really good day, you're telling me.
Yes, I did have
Good. Did any difficulties today? Any tough stuff come up? Or was it a happy day all day?
Happy all day.
Okay, that's great. Way to go. Nice job. So let me ask you a few questions. If you had a tough day, if somebody said something to you that you didn't like, what could you do?
Just try to stand.
That is a great answer. That is one of the great things you could do.
Walk away from them.
You could walk away. That is awesome. Very good. So you can tell the staff, or you could walk away. What else could you do if somebody did something you didn't like? What's one of the techniques you've been working on?
Breathe in.
And then what?
Breathe out, let it go.
Very good. Let it go. Nice. Way to go.
Yeah. I got a big bag of tricks in my room.
You do have a bag of tricks. Tell me some of the stuff that's in the bag of tricks.
Makes me calm.
It helps you be calm. That's exactly right. Could you tell me some of the things that are in the bag?
Clay.
Clay. Very good. What else?
Puzzle.
There's a puzzle in there. You are really doing a great job. You've got clay, puzzle. What else is in the bag?
My notebook.
Your notebook for doing what?
Makes me calm.
It helps you be calm. What do you do in your notebook?
Put my name in.
You like to write your name? So you like to do some writing? That's another great way to help stay calm, isn't it?